What are you doing?
We're gonna build a creek bed. Want to help me?
Hey everyone, it has been a long time since I've recorded anything, but we are in the midst of doing a bunch of spring projects, so I thought I would bring you along to show you some of the stuff we have going on. So the first one that we're working on is we are putting in a dry creek bed. So we have a spot in our yard where water flows every time it rains. There's a huge river that forms through our yard, and we live at the bottom of a hill, and so all the water comes down the hill into our property, and so then the water comes and rushes through it, and then when that does it, it washes the bark away, and it creates a big mess. It plugs our drains that we have put in, and so finally today, well this week, I decided we're going to put in a dry creek bed. So we are doing one part of that dry creek bed today because it's just a short part, and it's supposed to rain next week, and so I thought let's put in that part and see if it works. And then the other dry creek bed is there's two other dry creek beds that I want to build on the property, but they're much bigger projects because they're really long. This one's like maybe 10 feet, so it's not very big. But let me show you what we've got going on. Okay, so this is where the water flows through, this area right here. And it comes through, so see we're at the bottom of this hill here. So the water doesn't come down like the front of the hill, but just the water from the hill, from the rain, comes and washes down through here. And you can see like here, it's washed out the bark. See, it's all done all that, which this is the bigger dry creek bed that I want to do is through here. But that requires like taking out these plants and a lot more rock. And so for now, we're going to do, I think that will be a project for this summer. But for now, we're going to do right here. So right now what happens, the water comes, washes down underneath this house, which is not ideal. The house is raised up, but the water washes underneath it. It's not good, but right now we're not moving the house. So it comes out right here at this patio, and it washes. You can see where it's washed, and it just comes and runs right along here. And then what happens, we put the bark down, and then it washes all of the bark into this drain, which there's my kids' rain boot, washes into this drain and covers up the drain cover. So then we don't have any rock, so then we don't have any drainage. And we're constantly digging this thing out, and it's always a mess. And so I thought I can go ahead and put in a dry creek bed right here. I think it'll be really pretty. I went and bought the rock, so we're going to start that project today. Hopefully we'll get it finished today. Hopefully it won't be a huge project, but I always have wishful thinking. It's like my eyes are bigger than my stomach, is that my motivation is bigger than what can actually happen. So I went to the rock store, to Valley Rock here in Loomis, and I bought, I have a half a yard of road base. We'll use that as the base. And then we've got I just did the gray cobble because that's what our driveway is, and I just figured it'd kind of match. And I got some some more yellowish rocks in it. So I have the small, I got like the 3-inch cobble, 2.5, 3-inch cobble, and then I got like 20 of these bigger cobblestones. And then we have one big rock that we have just kind of been laying around the yard that we're also going to put in here. So we are going to get started on that project. So keep in mind as I do this, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm kind of just winging it and doing what I've researched on the internet. So first we're going to lay down the weed cloth. That will help keep the weeds down and the rock from sinking into the dirt. I don't love weed cloth. I don't usually use it I don't usually use it in my beds, but we're going to just have it in there just to keep the rock from sinking and the base rock from sinking into the dirt and losing it. Because a lot of times there's lots of places around this property that we'll dig and we'll be pulling out big cobbles from the people that lived here before and what they had done. So we don't want it to sink and disappear. So we're going to put down the weed cloth, and that will give us our shape. And then we'll put down the road base and then the cobble and the larger cobble on it. So let's get going. No. All right, so we laid down the weed cloth and we kind of turned it to how we want the river to go. So something I was looking at, so this is where the water comes out from this direction. So I'm gonna leave that open there so that what I want to happen is that I create the water come this way, and then to create a dam here so that the water will hit the creek bed and then flow that way and then quit flowing. Because right now it's coming down and it washes out through here and washes all of the bark out that way across the driveway. So we have our big rock, and I think I'm gonna have it, see if we can put it like right here to help create that dam. So it'll look like that the water comes down from here, flows through, hits the rock, and then moves that way. So. Okay, I'm just walking by, but it's the next morning and I'm still in my pajamas, but I was walking into my office and wanted to show you guys the dry creek bed because it looks so good and I'm so excited about it. So we're going to spray it off real quick so that we can see what it looks like when it's sprayed. Okay, so there it is, all finished. I'm so excited about how it looks. I've still got my mess out here from yesterday. I had to run off in the middle of finishing it to go to my son's volleyball game. Let's see what it looks like when we clean off the rocks. These rocks are still really dusty. So you can see the rocks before they're washed are just really gray and dull looking. But then I've just sprayed these ones. This isn't the best hose to use for them. So I don't think this hose. This isn't the best hose to use. I need to use something with a jet sprayer on it, but this will at least wash off the... Look how pretty it looks once you start washing them off. The colors just come out. So I still need to do some plantings along here because I want it to kind of blend in more. I just planted it around the existing plants that I have. It looks so good. I'm so excited about it. Yeah, I need to definitely get out here with a jet sprayer. There's just so much mud on these rocks, and it's going to rain next week too, so that will help wash it off. We're supposed to have heavy rains like in the next 2 days. So that will help. It'll be interesting to see how it looks with the rain too. Or how it works. I mean, not how it looks, but how it works. This actually makes me super excited about getting the other one done. Looks like I need to get some more rock in right there. This fabric is still showing. You can hear there, the drain is covered, so you can't see the drain anymore, which I love. Okay, I'm super excited about this. It looks so good. I love it. You can kind of see how the water's already going down, how it's actually flowing down through it. That's exciting. So I'm glad I put the road base down underneath it. That will just help really lock stuff into place, and also it just makes it look more natural. You don't just have bare rock under, or bare dirt underneath it. This makes me super excited. We have 2 other places where I've been wanting to do a dry creek bed, but it just seemed like a huge job that I didn't really know how to do. But after doing this, it's like fairly easy, and I think that we could do the other ones pretty easy. So this makes me excited about it. And the cost, this whole thing, all this rock, this is like probably 4 feet by 10 feet. And it cost me $100 in rock. And we had rock left over. I didn't need as much rock as I got. So that's pretty good for $100 for that much space. Just makes me realize that this one this is where we want to do it, is up here, is one of them. It's not going to cost as much as I thought it's going to. And, you know, I had a helper help me with move the rock. So that cost me about $100 in labor. But other than that, it just was, and it was pretty fast. This only took us like 2 hours too. And like I said, I'm going to put I have a big rock that we're going to put right here. That will look nice, I think, to just help the water flow. We'll show that the water flows from here, kind of bounces off the rock, and then comes down this way. So there you go. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching that, and it's good to be back, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.